Hi everyone, it's Louise from 805 Soap. Haven't been around for a little bit, but today I'm going to be doing some soap logs and I thought I'd just share it with you. We're going to be doing some curls and some soaps for the holidays. So what we have here is a log of melt and pour and a handy duty, wherever you want to call it, a potato peeler. So what you want is a potato peeler to be the width of the soap. If it's any bigger, it's not going to work. So for this one, I'm going to use the smaller soap, okay? So what you do is you just take your soap color and you just run it across, okay? That's pretty easy. And you get a nice curl, okay? That's for the small one. For the bigger one, you can use a wider width, okay? So it can be a wider width, so as long as it goes here where the knife is. And you just take it and curl it. Okay? So what I've done in advance is I've made quite a few curls and I've put them in my molds so that you can see it. And it's nice to put it on a towel, because when the soap is on a towel, the soap doesn't move. So I always cut my soap on a towel, and that's a good tip right there. But today we're going to do it. I have 2 rows of soap curls, okay? There are 2 rolls, one on the bottom, one on the top, and you can see them on below. And you just stack them on there. I like to turn the ends down, so if there's an end here, the end goes down. So you want a nice solid top on here. And I already have my soap base right here. And we're going to make this today. We're going to make this green for the holidays. And what I'm going to do is take a bottle of 70% alcohol. I'm going to spray my mold and my embeds, just really saturate it. So because what you want to do is you want to make sure that that soap goes through all of those holes and it gets really into them. You don't want them to stick. And we're going to take my red colorant, because it's the holidays, and we're going to put a couple of drops in here. And I'm messy, so I wear an apron when I soap. So we're just going to incorporate all of this in here, and this is a beautiful red. And this is a clear base. So it's a clear base so that you can see the embeds through the soap. The trick of this is to get this soap at a cool temperature. So you can take your infrared thermometer and check the temperature. When you check the temperature of the soap, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you stir it, because sometimes the soap on the bottom will be hotter than the soap on the top. Okay? So we have a beautiful red here, and I'm going to cut this probably tomorrow. I might add a little bit of glitter in here because it's festive, it's for the holidays. And you can see you want to get all that color in there. You want to mix that color up really well. Okay? So once the color is in there and I got that, then I'm going to put it back on my scale. I'm kind of crunched here for space with this. I'm going to put it back on my scale and tear it out, which means it's 0. And we're going to put some black raspberry vanilla in there. And with this amount of soap, I'm probably going to use, I would say about 2 ounces. And I just put it right here in my bowl. Take my bowl off the scale. And we're going to check our temperatures again. Some of you have been asking about the melter, and I've been working on a number of things. I've had, I don't know if some of you know this, but I caretake for my parents and my mom and dad. My mom is 85 and my dad is 87. They just had their 65th wedding anniversary, and it's been a joy, but you know, with them there's some health issues and stuff, and it's kind of set me back a little bit in my soaping as far as getting things done and getting things taken care of, because there's just been some health issues. And I do apologize to the people that are wanting to get a hold of things. I'm looking at it right now as being the first of next year, because my soaping business, I'm so busy right now with that and a full-time job. The holidays are crazy for soaping. It can get really, customers want stuff, they're selling things, and like I said, I'm very blessed with what I have, and I have to take care of my customers and my mom and dad first. So selling the products is going to have to come back probably in January. I know some of you have also asked me in my forum. I've also redesigned, and I've hired an engineer to reconstruct the soap cutter, and I'll show you that in a minute, because I'm going to probably end up cutting these tomorrow. So my soap looks pretty cooled off. We just don't want to melt the embeds. And so let me finish talking, because it's still about 140 and I want to get it down. So the soap cutter. So let me show you the soap cutter that was designed by Bud and I a while back. The soap cutter had some flaws on it. This is the soap cutter, okay, and it's a guillotine cutter. And what happened is that the blade on here did not hold up as well. The strength of the blade was a little wobbly. It can move. So what I did was I took it into, this has been sitting on my shelf and it's dusty, and I do apologize. What I did was I hired an engineer to re-engineer this to make it that when you cut it, that it's going to come down and slice it. And this is going to be made out of a different material, one that's going to hold up a lot better than this one did. And the mechanics of it are pretty much the same, but the construction is going to be a lot better. And that has taken me months to work with somebody, testing them, trying them, finding a manufacturer that can make as many as I need for that, and to get all of that set up. I have the blueprints, I have everything to go on that. I'm waiting for a couple of other quotes for the material. So things like this take time, because I had everything re-engineered. And when you do things like that, it not only takes money, but it takes time. So please be patient with me. The soap cutter, the soap melters, I got the labels made. I talked to the vendor. I'm dealing with that. I'm getting some other quotes. Things are looking great on that end of it. And the other thing too is that when I sell a product, I have to test it. And the testing process has been a year now that I've tested my melter. And the melter has been a proven product that I think I can stand up to, that I want to stand up to. I just don't want to sell products that are not going to stand up to the time of, the test of time. That when you use them, that you're going to be using them like I do quite often, and that they're going to hold up. So that's what you want for your money, and that's what I'm trying to do, is get things re-engineered, and hiring people and getting things done. It just takes time, and I do apologize, but there was some problems with the bud cutter when Bud and I had designed it, and it needed to be changed, and that's why he stopped doing it. So like I said, I hired an engineer, and I've been working closely with him to get it done. So we're going to spray this one more time because my alcohol has evaporated. So you want to literally spray this so it gets in the bottoms and inside the curls. Don't be afraid of using too much alcohol. Alcohol will evaporate, so you're not going to get it on your skin or anything. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to pour it right in the middle. I have my grandson over today. He's going to help me to see how I can make a video in 2 parts because I'm unable to pause on my videos to make a cutting video. So that's why I have to do them in 2. So here we go. But I haven't forgotten. I haven't, forgotten anything. It's just, sometimes life happens, and it comes before soaping with me, my family, and of course my day job and things like that. But I hope you understand that it's nothing that I'm still working on everything, and for this, what I've done is I pre-make my curls. So let me move this out of the way a little bit. I'm crunched for space. So I have some curls here and some curls here. I have pink and I have some green, and I'm going to mix both of those. And I have a bowl. I just get a bowl like this, and I take a handful of these and a handful of these, and I mix them up. And we're going to put them on the top. And in order for these to stay, if I just leave them here, they're going to fall off. So what you want to do is you want to add some more of the base on the top so that it stays. And that way, you know that these embeds on the top are going to stay, or they're just going to fall right off if you don't. Some of them are going to fall off, but you want the majority of them to stick on there. Okay? I make a lot of things in advance so that I don't have to okay, this is going to be a little tricky here. I'm just going to pour a little bit on the top to go over the embeds. I hope you can see this. See how I'm just drizzling it on here? And my temperatures are cool enough that they're not going to melt. And it doesn't matter if it spills over. That's not a big thing. Not for me anyway. I just want to make sure that my soap has got coverage and, you know. So these look pretty good. And I'm going to turn around and do one in green because this is red. I don't know how